One of the things I want to talk about is the Maya cleanup tool and its role, how you can use it to help yourself while you're working. Now, these are some of the settings that I use, checked off on the right, where and the big question is to find or fix with it. And for most of the issues, I tend to use the cleanup tool to go ahead and find the problems, but I don't necessarily use the cleanup tool to fix things. There's some people who philosophically would disagree with me, but that's okay because I tend to trust the things that I want to get out of creating my own topology and making sure that I clean it up the way I intend it. And sometimes the way Maya cleans up stuff may not be the way you would want it to. And how you go about searching for these issues is also entirely up to you. You can have them all checkbox all at once, or you can line item each of the issues on all your geometry. I tend to kind of have them all on and then see what the picture of problem geometry I may have created as a whole, and then I systematically go through and make sure I fix the issues that are being presented based on what I set the cleanup tool to look for. All right. So now that we talked about, the issue of problem geometry and why we should worry about it, let's kind of get on the ground and be more practical on how we can use Maya and the tool sets to go and make sure we can handle these issues as they come up. So we're going to go to Maya, and I'm going to kind of show you each of the kinds of issues that we're sort of checked off on the cleanup tool. If you go to Mesh and go to Cleanup, you can see that I've got the selections of the things that I'm going to be looking for. We're going to go through each of these areas in some fashion or another, and then how to go about fixing the issues as they come. And usually the protocol I like to do, the ideal scene, is that I like to use the cleanup tool when I'm working on various stages of modeling. So it doesn't have to be at the very, very end, but it could be in key milestones of the model. Maybe a good block out of it or an advanced block out of it and before adding in holding edges, or before I duplicate 50 of them. That's usually a good time to try to clean it up. Definitely when it is finished, that's a good time to check for stuff. But it's not a bad idea to kind of use it iteratively while you're working. And again, I'll leave it up to you to decide what works best for you and your workflow.